Hi family, welcome to the Crypto Nerds University. I wanted to make this video for you guys specifically around TradeLocker. So we are on TradeLocker. I'm currently on the demo side. That shouldn't make a difference at all towards what I'm going to teach you guys, okay? So I just wanted to kind of help you guys identify a few tools within TradeLocker. Especially right now, our chart actually looks a little different right now, our app. And that's only because the market is closed, right? So what does that mean? What difference does it make when the market is open or closed? When the market is closed, it's actually not going to allow us to take any trade, right? You can see I'm able to change the lot size, but I'm not actually able to execute any trade. I'm not able to take a market execution, and I'm not able to take any pending order at all. The only thing that would stand within a market close are pending orders or market execution orders that were placed before the market actually closed, right? Once the market's closed, it's closed. Now, we're seeing it in a lot of different spots. We're seeing it here. We're seeing it here. If I pull up this panel, I don't see it there. But point is, it's going to pop up in a lot of different spots. It may not always say, depending on the device that you're using, it may not always say trading closed. You may not see this this countdown time frame right away. But if you ever see this red glowing light and you click on it, right? You click on it there. You can click on it anywhere you see it. It's going to show you that countdown, right? So right now, the market is closed because it's Saturday. And we have about 24 hours and 14 minutes left before the market reopens. And this is the schedule down here based on this specific time zone. So because I'm in Pacific Standard Time, PST, for me, the market's going to reopen this Sunday at 3 o'clock. So you really have to have an understanding of your own time zone, wherever you live in the country or the world, and make a notation for when the market closes and opens for you. That's very, very vital. Okay, so right now the market's closed, so as we know, we're not going to be able to trade for this specific pair. Now, not every pair is the same. If we go over to a different pair, such as, let's say, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency is open 24 hours, then guess what? This is going to look different now. It's actually letting us put in a trade. You know, do I recommend that you guys trade on weekends? Not necessarily, but you know, that's really up to you and your educator. It's typically, just as a rule of thumb, not recommended to trade on the weekends. But I mean, you never know. Maybe there's a movement that is worth looking at. That's something that you should be discussing with Anointed or Type Pips. But overall, most markets are closed on the weekend, so it's good to let it reset and come back to it on Sunday, right? Now, the other really cool thing about TradeLocker is how well TradingView is integrated. So TradeLocker is obviously an app that allows us to trade, but it was also heavily inspired by TradingView, and TradingView is heavily integrated into TradeLocker. So that's why, if you guys have any confusion around that, that's why you'll see a lot of the same, or not a lot of the same, literally the same tools, right? You have the same tools. They have a lot of the same functionality. So I have this quick menu here. I can always double click it as well. There's about 3 ways to do anything on TradeLocker and TradingView, which is nice. It's extremely user-friendly, right? If I needed to change this, let me see how my line looks. It actually looks pretty good, but let me make another one just so you guys can see. Just so you guys can do a quick comparison and see how it actually is so similar to TradeLocker. Like it functions so like almost exactly the same down to the T in almost every way. So let's say I have this here, but I have it at 93,816. I want it at 93,533. I just double click it. Oops. It's going to move that line for me exactly where I want it right there. And I can just go ahead and lock it up. And you guys know I'm a big fan of locking it up. But pretty much everything that I do on TradingView, I can do on TradeLocker. I can do, you know, it has everything. It has the undo button, the redo button, right? Like it has the zoom tools. Now, depending, these are all going to look, oh shoot, oh, good thing to use that. These are all going to look a little different, guys, depending on whether or not you're on an iPad or tablet, your phone, and your computer or laptop, right? But they're essentially the same, you know, just slightly different. Like these zoom in and out buttons work differently on an iPad. I know on a laptop. On a laptop, when you press this, it'll let you select an area, and after you click and drag, it'll actually make that area, you know, pop out and get bigger. So, you know, it's all pretty much the same, but just know that it's very much interchangeable between TradingView and TradeLocker. The only big difference, and you'll see the TradeLocker, the TradingView logo down here. The only key difference right now, as far as actual functionality, is that TradeLocker still doesn't allow you to set alerts, whereas TradingView does, and that's very, very important. You know, I'm not going to go over in a lot of detail why it's so vital, but you guys should already know that setting alerts is going to notify us whether we're busy, sleeping, distracted, whatever the case is. It's going to notify us when the market gets to the points in the market that we've been waiting for it to get. And that could mean the difference between having good trades and not having any good trades with good entries. So going back to TradeLocker, the other thing that I am going to go over are these panels, okay? They all have a different type of function, and we're going to do a quick review into what they're all about. So let's start with this top one. This top one is the one that I use to switch to Bitcoin, but you can switch to whatever pair you're looking for, right? So let's say if it's gold, right? And as you guys can see, I already have it marked as a favorite. Now let's say I have Pro marked as a favorite. Let's say I want to add regular gold versus the US dollar, right? Now, I clicked on it, and when I clicked on it, if it doesn't work for you with just clicking on it, if it just takes you to the chart, maybe left click on it or hold it if you're on your cell phone, it's going to give you a few different options and say you want to go to the instrument, do you want to view the details, do you want to add to favorites? One of the most important things that I use on TradeLocker is this add to favorites, okay? Once I add it to favorites, what I can do is once I have all my favorites marked up, I can just press this star, which represents my favorites. Oh, that's interesting. They're not saved on this one. But once I have all the list of my favorites, they're all going to be listed on this on this page of instruments. The reason I don't have many right now is only because I just created this new demo account. So I guess it's per account that you have to save them. It doesn't transfer over to, like say if you had one demo account and then you made another demo account, it's not going to transfer over to the other demo, right? So you have to, I guess, or if you have a live account and you switch to demo, you have to save them to all your accounts, is what it seems like. But yeah, another thing I want you guys to notice too about this menu is you see how now I have the star marked and it's showing me all my favorites. If I try to type in a pair, let's say, let's do NOS, like we were there earlier. It's saying NOS is not in my favorites. Now, it's important to pay attention to that. I usually unclick this button and then it'll let me see all my non-favorite pairs, but I want to press clear filters and see what happens. Okay, so when I cleared filters, it actually cleared both the pair and my favorites selected. But instead of that, just because it takes a little bit longer. I'm just going to press this button. And now it's letting me look at any pair that includes the word Nas or is, I guess, similar to Nas. I'm going to go ahead and add it to my favorites now. Okay, so like I said, guys, once you have a collection of different pairs added to your favorites, then it's going to make it easier because you just go to the, oh, and also see how it's only showing my favorites that have to do with GBP. So if I clear that, it's going to show me all my favorites, okay? And then you can just quickly select whatever it is that you want. So that's how this panel works, right? This first panel. It looks like a little square with an up and down arrow. Okay, we can also go to news if we need to. We can look at news specifically for Nas. We can switch over to gold, look at news, okay? Now, the next panel is this one. They're kind of strange icons. They're hard for me to describe, but this is like a square divided into three, right? It has two on the bottom and one more rectangular shape at the top. When I click that, that's my quick menu to put in trades, right? So again, right now this market's closed. For gold, I'm currently on gold. Actually, I want to switch it really quick. Let me show you guys again how I use it. Nas. Cool. Okay, but Nas, as we know, is also closed. But yeah, we can put in our lot size, but we cannot execute a buy or a sell in any kind of way until the market reopens, right? That's what that menu is for. The last menu looks like a coin with a chart in the background, and that's actually going to be, so I have to extend this menu. But that's going to be this bottom menu right here, right? And like I said, I just made this demo account, so as you guys can see, there's no prior trades or anything. I haven't done anything with it yet. I just made it like a day or two ago, and I made it to demonstrate how to create a demo account. So I haven't used it yet. I do plan to use it, but this specific chart or panel will show you guys a few different things. So when the market is open, and even if it's not, and we're in a position, it's going to come up here, right? It says no open positions because we have none. For a pending trade that we haven't entered yet, it's going to be on this tab, right? Pending order. Whenever we have a pending order and the market hasn't touched or activated those trades yet, they're all going to come up here. No pending orders. Closed positions. So this is going to show you every single trade you've ever taken on this account. You can categorize it and look at it by different kind of time frame. So you can look at just your trades for the day. It'll show you your win and loss for the day. You can look at it per week, per month, per year, whatever, 7 days, whatever you want, okay? And then, yeah, you can look at your balance. So sometimes the reason you want to look at your balance is because if you're in several positions, you're going to see your equity. Right now it's 5,000 because we haven't done anything. You're going to see your profit and loss for the current trades that you're in. Your equity is going to look different. It's going to be based on what's going on with your trades and how big your trades are and where the margin and spread is and all that, right? It's going to tell you how much margin you've already used, how much you have available. All these amounts are going to be different during any live trades or demo trades, doesn't matter. But when you're in a trade, these amounts are going to look different, right? Now, it's not going to really show you your actual balance. Like, let's say we go into 4 trades and you're down $70 for whatever reason, You're still in the trade, so you could still win the trade, but you're currently down $70. So this is not going to reflect your balance. You're going to have to actually go into balance and say, okay, well, I still have 5,000, but my account's showing whatever, 4,890 because of the equity and whatever, That's the kind of thing you might see in the reason you have this balance tab. So that's pretty much it. We don't really use any of these. The alerts don't work yet here. So those are the panels. And then the only other thing you guys should know is obviously you know, your settings button in case you need to change anything. And this is important here. So this actually allows you to toggle through accounts, right? So I have another demo, it has 1,075 in it. I have my live accounts, which I can press switch to live. You know, mine's are already linked, so when I push that button, it'll just switch me over to my accounts. And then I can log out if I need to log out. So that part is also pretty important. But other than that, guys, I pretty much covered everything. There is other videos, just FYI, that do cover how to execute both market execution trades and pending order trades. There's other videos that teach us, you know, what tools we use in both TradingView and TradeLocker. There's other videos that also will show you guys how to mark up your chart. And like I said, it's interchangeable. So it doesn't even matter which, chart you're on, whether that's TradingView or TradeLocker. You're going to use the same exact strategy for marking up your chart, right? So yeah, if you have questions about that, you can go ahead and go to that video next. It should have a title letting you guys know what the video is about. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions or you feel that we missed something, you want a specific question answered around TradeLocker, feel free to reach out to any of the leaders and we'll go ahead and get that incorporated for you, okay? Have a great day, nerds. Bye.